tough game during the week, and on the back of a 10-day preparation to get ready for it, I can't imagine your level of disappointment out of that.
Yep, me, players, staff, everyone, yeah, we were hugely disappointed. We had a great training, got the right amount of, I guess, rest, which is what we needed first and foremost. We had a great training run. I didn't foresee any of this. I mean, obviously the thing that I could foresee was some missing personnel, and we weren't as, I guess, familiar with each other on that edge, but, you know, that's our training week and that can't be blamed. I didn't see it coming.
What was the gist of the message to the team at full time?
Just that we're playing like a frustrated footy team. You're looking at some of the teams, and the Bulldogs are a good example. Dragons are a good example of not having great seasons last year, and they're loving footy at the moment and loving being in the grind and going after stuff. So because that level of expectation's not there, well, we're not enjoying it at the moment because the expectation is we played well last year. So we've got to get back to finding our love of the game, and in particular certain parts of it, and start seeing that as fun about as much as what some of the teams that are doing at the moment up the top end of the ladder.
Missing personnel, obviously Kane Linnett went off in about the 50th minute. First of all, how is he? And is it just that hip pointer from last week?
No, nothing to do with the hip pointer. It's in the foot, a ligament in the foot. It's, as far as I know, it's pretty rare. So not great signs for us, but I couldn't tell you exactly what it is. But it's a ligament that goes down under the foot. But yeah, it was nothing to do with hip pointer.
When you say pretty rare, Adam, do you mean your early, the early prognosis? Is that's a ligament that doesn't often go, or the type of injury is a rare one? Or?
That muscle is pretty rare, apparently. I've only had like 30 seconds just to give you guys some sort of information. But similar to like a Liz Frank, but relatable to that, but not exactly. So it's about as much as I know, really.
It can be quite long term, right? I mean, it's obviously a real concern. I would imagine it's got to have scans, I assume, but
yeah,
you fear the worst.
Yeah.
You hope it's not the worst, right?
Yeah, I missed that last week.
I said you hope it's not.
Yeah, of course.
As
Yeah.
it sounds right.
Are you fearing weeks, Adam, or months?
It's about 30 seconds. It's not good. We'll find out tomorrow. You'll get a decent answer.
I saw him reaching for his foot when he skidded in the in goal. Was that the moment that the injury occurred?
I'm not sure. He did he's looked at vision of it to say to the physios, yeah, that's when it was. But I haven't had that much time with him. Tommy Jenkins has got an injury.
And there was also an incident in the tunnel after Jack got sin binned. He's confronted Reed Marnie. I don't know whether what you've heard about that, but apparently he had to be dragged away from Reed Marnie. He came out the dressing room as Reed Marnie came off and confronted him when they were both in the sin bin. Are you aware of that?
No, nothing. I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's this vision of Reed coming at Reed Marnie, of Jack coming at Reed Marnie as Reed was.
So he's come out of the dressing room and he's confronted him in the tunnel here after.
I don't know anything about this.
What'd you make of that sin binning with you?
I don't know what they got. So they both got sin bin for. Like sitting in the box. Was it for carrying on with it verbally?
Well, I think so. Yeah, I assume that's what it was for.
I don't know. It's just another example that we're playing frustrated at the moment, and this other stuff that I don't know anything about it.
What's your options if Kalen's out? Adam?
Young Davey Armstrong. We've got a young kid, Fletcher Sharp, that's played. You know, he's got an exciting future, but. He's been on a injury list for a couple of weeks now with a hammy. He wouldn't be far away, but I guess the first choice or the first thought, I shouldn't say choice, young Davey Armstrong. I think our whole reserve grade were quiet today. They were very similar to us, but on a whole, he's done a fair job, Dave Armstrong. But we'll get Dane back next week, whether Gags goes back there. I don't know. I'll have to have a look at it.
Jaden, Adam said you guys, the team's playing frustrated. Can you feel that?
Yeah, for sure. For us, I think, unfortunately, we've been in this position, or I have anyway, a few times in my career, and what I've learned in the past is nothing external can fix it. It's only internal. It's within. We've got to look within ourselves, and we've got to lean into it, into our training, into our attitude, and we'll fight our way out of it. No doubt about that. you can look at as far as last year. We're in a similar spot, and later in the season. So, mate, we just got to get around each other, lean into it, train hard, and we'll get out of it.
I was going to say, can you take anything out of last year? Because you were in I guess, a similar plight at one point.
Yeah, it's probably further down the track in the season too. You don't want to have to rely on that stuff, but look, the thing that's clear for me is we need to go back some steps, some stages, and look at what it was that we were doing at that time of the year last year. Well, certainly up until today, I felt that we've played some decent footy and probably unlucky to not be one, maybe two wins away further up the ladder. But you know, today's a big step backwards. We need to regroup and refocus and go after it. And he's right. It's internal. We need to make this happen ourselves. Whether it's, you know, everyone trains hard. That's not just the answer. These boys do train hard. We've just got to find some enjoyment in our week.
You brought up Tyson Gamble back today. How do you think he went? And
It's hard to say in a beaten team. I think in a well-beaten team, he had some moments that weren't great for him, and he had some other moments that were. It was a mixed bag, a bit like the rest of the team. But
Tom Jenkins had an injury. What's his problem?
I think it's like a knee clash. Again, Kalen probably took up more of my time, even though I don't have too much more for you. But Jenkins, I think it's just a knock, so a knee-on-knee knock.
Tyson Frizzell, any chance of coming back next week?
Yeah, somewhat. I'd be 60-40 leaning towards playing, so hopefully that tracks that way. I haven't spoken to back home. He would have trained this afternoon at the same time, so hopefully he's got through that okay.
Jaden, how's the confidence of all the boys holding up, do you think?
No, there's no issue with the confidence. I think it's just the enjoyment, like Adam touched on. You know, I think we've played some good footy in patches this year, and we're probably unlucky not to jag a couple more wins. Thought we've lost a couple narrow losses there, and you know, we get those done, we're sitting much higher on the ladder. So you know, we're playing well in patches prior to today. You know, we'll review this game, but yeah, to answer your question, no, there's no lack of confidence in us, but we've got to get back to enjoying our footy and you know, pushing off the back of one another.